Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here. I'm with Liz Trotter. Our guest today is Ray Malaski, and this is Smart Business Moves.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
Ray.
pleasure
Good
to
to
be
see you.
on.
Hey, Ray, you didn't show us when we first came on together. What does your shirt say?
So it says, whoops, I gotta see it's opposite. Seven-figure agency. So I'm a mentor for the Seven-Figure Agency, which is a coaching group for digital marketing agencies. If they're at a certain MMR, they can come in, become a member, and then adapt the Seven-Figure Agency system and scale their business. This is a 4-day event they do 3 times a year. So right now I'm in Miami. This is the second event of this year, and there were 3 or 4 agencies who hit multiple 7 figures this year. So it's a big event, very regimented process for businesses like us who offer niche down services, right? So I run Get Cleaning Clicks. My niche is residential cleaning services. That's who we do marketing for. That's it. If a plumber comes to me, unless it's a current client, I can't help you. If a roofer comes to me, I can't help you, and I refer them off to another agency.
How big an industry is the digital marketing agency industry?
It's monstrous. So Reach Local, which is YP, they're a $56 million company. There's big money in it.
There are 8 figures plus.
So they're
yeah.
almost as big as MaidCentral then, right?
Almost.
So close.
Come on, Shirley, let us know. Spill beans.
Almost.
Hola, Denise. Good to see you. One of our regulars is on here. Ray, do you know Denise?
I'm not sure. Can I see a list of people somewhere?
You can see people that are popping up in chat in the comments. Yeah. If they don't hit us up in chat, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know who they are either.
Yes, I do.
Say something. We find out later, like who was.
Yeah, gotcha.
Somebody does.
But see, we always come late, so our audience always comes late too. They're like,
they're expecting it. They're like, we got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like playing chicken. So we have to come later, and before you know it, the show's over and we never start.
Dawn is here too. Hey, Dawn. I'm going to see Dawn for a 3-day ride along at her business. Tom, I'm super excited, and I think it's in October.
Okay.
So I'm super excited. Oh,
and that'll be in Florida, right?
Yeah, down in Florida. Yeah.
So when you go for 3 days, what do you do? Is it consulting?
Yeah. So it is basically a deep dive in their business and figuring out like where are the big problems, where are the bottlenecks that they need to get over, and create a plan for fixing that. I'm so excited. I woke up 4 in the morning.
So this was decided recently, I hope.
Yeah, we just had our first call yesterday.
Oh, good. Okay. It's like, we planned this 3 months ago, and Dawn's still waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. No.
Yeah, you're going to have to pace yourself, Dawn. Right? We want you to wait when I get there.
Yeah.
So, actually, Tom, I did want to talk about ISSA event, though, real quick, before we jump into things with Ray, if that's okay.
Oh, that's absolutely okay. Let's do that. Maybe I can even share a screen while we're doing this.
All right. That'd be awesome. So for those of you that don't know, we're going to do this really quick. Are you kidding? I'm going to 4 morning.
And quick is relative, by the way.
Yeah.
That's true. But I do want to be quick because I want to hear what Ray has to say. I think it's super important for people to hear more about, the importance of Google, especially with all of the different things that are happening right now with chat, and people are a little confused. So I definitely want to hear more about it. Okay, so The ISSA residential event, the regional event, is in Charleston. Looks like it's on August 21st. And I don't know what the agenda is. Y'all can go and check it out. I know
I just
that.
dropped a link.
Thanks, Tom.
Well, here it is.
Oh, there it is. That's easy.
Here it is. Let's
There
see. Can we see that?
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
So it's the
9 a.m. to noon. Sharon Tenberg is going to be training on a program for how to train your teams more effectively.
Oh, yay, that's exciting. And, you know, Sharon always puts on a good show. All right, what do we got? Noon to 1. Oh, the Castle Keepers house cleaning tour. Okay, awesome. And then 1 to 1:15. Oh, we're going to do an icebreaker. I'm doing the icebreaker. It's going to be fun. And then 1:15 to 2 o'clock, 45 minutes. We're just going to be running your cleaning business A to Z, like hitting some of those main points that you don't want to forget about and that don't get dropped. 2 to 2:45. That's you, Tom. What are you talking about?
Let's see. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the future of business success. Talking about the profit-driven business model. And there's a lot more to running a cleaning business than how many homes you clean. Remember back in the day, I'm going to digress a bit because I just can't like be that snappy. We would get together and it's like, how many homes do you clean a month? And that was kind of the real thing, right? Well, we want to make some money at it. So we're going to talk about getting beyond just cleaning homes to where the money is made.
Yay. All right. And then it looks like you're going to have Aja come up too. And everybody loves Aja. She's going to be talking about the culture of accountability. Oh, I like that. You know, I'm big into accountability. That's one of the things
if you've never seen Aja perform on stage, you're missing something. She is energetic and fun, and she does a lot of our live training. And she's kind of the star of the show.
She's really good at just making it seem easy, right? Like she's just talking to you one-on-one, and it's not just a presentation. She's like chatting with you. Yeah, I love that about her.
A lot of times it's the anxiety of, gee, this is going to be hard. You go into it with the mindset, and she kind of takes your defenses down, and before you know it, you're kind of nodding your head, yeah, I can do that, and it sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Some people are naturals at it. You know, they just get up there and they go and they keep you engaged, and you're like, you know, you're listening to every word. And some people are kind of dry. So yeah, I like to see that when I'm speaking and when I see people speaking.
Me too. All right, so you know who also is not dry? Gosha and RJ. So they're up next. Winning strategy for your business. I actually feel like they are a great duo too, right, Tom? They
play off of each other well. There's a good dynamic there.
Yeah. Then a quick Q&A, and that's the event. So I believe that there's a special still. Register. If you register now, it's $150, but if you register, you can get it for $50 less. If you add on, there are other events.
Look at that.
So there are 2 more events. Tom, you want to talk about the MaidCentral Live event?
Yeah, we're doing a MaidCentral Live, which is an event we've been doing for a while now, a few times a year, and it's really a deep dive designed primarily for companies that are using MaidCentral. That being said, we've had companies who don't use MaidCentral attend the event and say that they loved it and get a lot of value out of it. So it's open to anybody who really wants to sign up for it. But it's a 2-day deep dive into MaidCentral. It's we use the analogy, it goes beyond like the owner's manual of an automobile, and it's more of the driver's ed course for MaidCentral.
Yeah. Okay, so right after your event, which is Tuesday and Wednesday, so we've got the ISSA event on Monday, your event on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's a 2-day event. It's a lot of info, I know, to digest. and then another 2-day event with me, lead and managed by the numbers. So all of those numbers that you're going to figure out and learn how to find and deal with. We're going to teach you how to use those numbers to lead your people in a better way and to manage your business in a stronger way. So that's 3 events. Buy them all, you get an even bigger discount. I don't even know what that is. You'll have to go check it out. All right, so that's kind of an overview there. Yeah, real quick. Yeah.
It's a good week.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Yeah, it's coming up here in what, a month? Yeah, just about a month now. All right,
I remember when I got into this industry about 13 years ago. I had a maid service, and I believe this was Sharon Tinberg's last event. She had it in West Virginia, and we flew out there to learn about hiring and how to hire and how to train. This was when she had the DVDs that were out, and everybody utilized them in the checklist. Good times.
Yeah, I still have those DVDs. Are there even such a thing as DVD players anymore?
They do exist, yes. Yeah,
You didn't get the ones on the VHS cassette tape?
I think I had those too, Tom. Yeah, I think I did have those too.
Was that the speed cleaning? I think that was the speed cleaning.
Speed cleaning.
Jeff Campbell.
Yeah, Jeff Campbell, yep.
That was before Debbie purchased speed cleaning, right? Now she's upgraded, obviously, from that.
Yeah, I remember we bought they turned it into a DVD, but it was from a VHS of the speed cleaning, and it was just, it was like trying to watch that video.
I don't know if Ray froze or I froze.
Ray, you froze just for a moment there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so they had like an 80s outfit on, the big puffy hair. I mean, it was tough to watch.
That's funny. I kind of wish I could see it now.
Oh, you should. You would laugh.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. The 70s show, I always like their little outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we going to talk about with you, Ray? What do you have for us? What do you want to communicate to our people here?
Yeah, really, what I see in the industry now, so we've been doing this, I've ran Get Cleaning Clicks for now, I'm running into that 8th year. And we have a lot of clients that have been with us from the beginning. And I see we're kind of getting into this phase where, everybody used to be at 400K. Now it seems like a lot of people are at $1 million and they're trying to do 2 million. Or some people are at like 1.5 with goals of 3, right? And it's like you went through your first growth phase. That first growth phase, when you start at let's just say 300 to 500,000 to that $1 million, right? That can kind of happen quick if you have your stuff in order and you're with the right marketing company. We've seen it happen in 6 months with some of our clients, and we've seen it happen in a year with some of our clients, and we've seen it happen in a year with some of our clients. There's a lot of variables, right? There's the market. What kind of market are they in? Are there leads? Do they have the back ends of the business ready for the lead that's coming in, to actually scale those things? So I'm having the conversation with a lot of my clients right now. They're in that 1 million trying to get to, or 1.5 trying to get to. And that growth phase isn't as fast, right? Because you've kind of reached market saturation to some degree, right? You're not the new kid on the block anymore. Did I freeze up?
You're lagging a little bit. I don't know what your internet connection looks like. If there's anything that you could do to help with that a little bit. I mean, it's workable, but there is a little bit of a lag.
All right, hold on.
One really nice thing is when you freeze, you almost always freeze in a praying position.
Yeah.
You ever pause the TV in one of those awkward situations when they're like in the middle of eating an apple or something, and you're like, yeah, it's kind of cringy. Yeah.
Whenever I freeze, it's not ever that graceful.
Yeah,
Tom,
no.
that's not true. I'm the one that doesn't freeze well. You freeze fine, Tom. You pretty much always have that nice face on. I'm always like some kind of animation, something.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So what I was saying was the conversations that I'm having now with clients, they're over the 1 million, trying to get to 2 or more. And that growth is a lot slower than it was to get to the first million, right? Because you're no longer the new kid on the block. You're dominating your market in the map pack, in organic. You're running paid ads. You're doing local service ads. Everything you can do on the first page of Google, you're doing it all. You're maximizing your budget. So what next? What's the next phase that you do to step it up? And Tom, you're the master of this. New location, right? So if you want to scale faster, you just simply start a new location, pick it within a relevant area where you're not competing against yourself, but it's a new target market. Right?
You hear that, Liz? That's all you got to do is like you make that sound so easy.
Well, I know that Ray works with a few people in my circles, and they're doing it, and it's working, and they're having some success with this strategy. So, so how do they go about, like, when you say just start in a new location, Ray? What does that mean? Are they getting a whole new office? Are they, how does that work? Is it like just scratch?
In Google's environment now, you used to get away with like a PO box or use an apartment address or a home address for your Google My Business. The Google My Business will be the #1 lead generation for your business, hands down. If you're #1 in the Google My Business, that's where the majority of your leads come from. I have data all over pointing to this, every market you could think of. So you're expanding this, you're looking for something close, maybe 20, 30 minutes in the next biggest city, maybe. Could be a suburb, depending on where your location is. And then you're doing research, right? You want to see what the population is, what is the average revenue for the people that live in that area. Is this where your cleaners are coming from, or is this where your clients are coming from? Because typically those are 2 different locations. So you want to take research and do your due diligence on the location that you're going to, and then decide to pick from there. And then once you do, yes, you're opening another office. So you're opening another office at that location and then targeting that office at that location.
All right. And are you recommending or seeing that people are fully staffing that office, or are they lightly staffing and still using their main office as where things are the main operations are?
Is there a way I could pause my video maybe?
If you need to, you could. That would maybe help with the lag.
Yeah, hold on one sec here.
There's a
Oh, and now it's gone. All the way gone? Oh, no. All right. Well, I can just go on from here just a little bit, just because I do work with some people that are working with Ray and are using the strategy. I know that what I've been seeing that they're doing, and I'm not hands on with every single thing, is there he goes. There he comes back.
Hey, Ray, can you hear us?
Maybe
Hello,
not.
Ray.
You might be able to hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, can't hear you yet.
All right. So, there he is.
All right. Let's see if this works. I'm sorry about that. Being at the event, I'm connecting to my cell phone Wi-Fi, so unfortunately, I'm kind of a victim of my environment.
We appreciate that you're taking time out from your event to do
Yeah, no
this.
kidding.
Thank
We'll
you
be
so
fine.
much.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love you guys. I've been following you for years. You know, we don't chat probably as much as we should. So, you know, I didn't want to miss this opportunity.
Well, we appreciate it. We really do. All right. So I was just getting ready to say, Ray, that from what I've seen with the people that are working with you, they're getting an office, but they're not having to fully staff it and do all of the work there. They're still doing the bulk of their operations from their main place. So it's not like they're, trebling up on their.
Yeah, you do not have to staff this office. The sole purpose of this office is simply to expand the business. And with the way Google manages the Google My Businesses, and they're trying to fight spam, you literally have to have a legit office. If you're gonna spend thousands of dollars with me to rank your business in that area, I don't want it to disappear one day, right? What's the point? All that work for nothing. So we might as well just follow the guidelines, do it right. The location will eventually pay for itself.
Yeah. So back in the day, I guess you could like go to some type of shared office space arrangement and for some modest amount of money get an address, but Google's really cracked down on that. You can't do that anymore, can you?
So back in the day, it was PO boxes. You used to be able to use PO boxes for fictitious shared addresses. You can use a shared office space now. That is within Google's guidelines. However, you have to be able to man a person at that space and have a specific space for your customers to come, in their theory, right?
So that's like Katie, Tom. Katie is in a shared office. She has 2 offices in a building. So it has the office, this is in Denver. She has 2 offices in the building. She has like the same address, Unit C and Unit F, for example. But she is making that work with no problem. So as long as it's someplace you can, it sounds like, inhabit, then a person can be there, then you're good to go. What about these offices where you kind of share like a conference room, but that's about all? You can't actually.
You can play the system, right? You could go to one and say, hey, I want to rent an office for a day. And then you mock it up and you do a video and you submit that video and they approve the Google My Business. And then you just go to the shared space, right? But, there's risk there.
Yeah. It seems like anytime you try to game the system, it comes back to bite you in the butt in some way, right? Just do it the way they're saying. Okay.
And you don't want to take a chance of, getting put in the penalty box with Google. That would be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, expensive and a nightmare because now you lost all this business for your clients too,
Yeah. That would be horrible. We have known a few people that have gotten into trouble with Google. And the ones that I can think of off the top of my head were through no fault of their own, actually. Some weird thing happened to them, and that's a nightmare, right?
It is, and that's why you have guys like us who know what to do, how to do it, mitigate the risk, maximize the benefit, get the leads, grow your business. That's what we do.
So there is something that I would love to talk a little bit about on the podcast, if you don't mind. A lot of people are really confused about like who do I need to hire? What do I need? Do I need to hire someone for SEO, or do I need to hire someone for Google AdWords, or do I need to hire who do I need to hire, and how do I make that decision? And what are all those different things?
I think you used the term digital marketing, Ray, and I guess that could imply a whole lot of things. Could you just kind of walk us through all that?
It does, really. So you have your SEO specialists out there that all they do is SEO. You have your Google Ads specialists that all they do is Google Ads. those are typically not companies. They're usually small people that just specialize. They're the technician, right? They're the ones performing the tasks. Maybe they have a small team, but they're not, really big. The larger successful agencies do full stack services. So we do Google ads, we do SEO, we do web design, we do sales automation, we do emails, we do Facebook ads. We literally split test everything. Every month is a new split test in every division for us. Is this working? What can we do better? Did it do better? Nope. Okay, great. Let's go back, do another test.
So when you say split test, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, could you kind of explain what that looks like?
Sure. Yeah. So let's just say for Google Ads, for example, right? You run ads to the homepage of the website and track the conversions and see how many leads come through. And then you build out a single landing page and then you run the leads to them and see who wins. Are you getting more leads from the website or the landing page, right? And then you make a decision on where to move. And there's a lot of variables there. How well known are you in your market? Depends on the quality of lead you get. If you have a better brand and people know you more, you're going to get better leads, right? Paid ads, yeah. SEO, no matter what you're doing. So that would be an example of split testing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If it was SEO, it'd be some like very technical stuff in the background, right? Like we would try this link strategy. And if that didn't work, we'd try this link strategy, right? And just keep split testing to see what signals Google is firing off of.
So you mentioned a better brand, you get better outcomes. I guess that makes sense if you pop up in Google and there's multiple choices, but it's like, hey, I've seen that name before. The likelihood of, and I guess there's a trust factor and all of that. So, I remember a time when digital marketing wasn't even really much of a thing. It was all an analog world. Is there still a place for analog marketing?
I think so. People often say, where should I advertise? And I just say everywhere you can afford to possibly be, right? But you put the most money into what gives you the most return. The thing that's hard to measure is brand awareness. Top of the funnel stuff, like people that just touch your brand for the first time. Is that a postcard that came in the mail? It could be, right? Is it Google when they search it? Is it you going into your neighbor's house and they seeing your vehicle out front, right? It all depends where they touch your brand at. And if you don't have a branded vehicle, they're never going to see it. And if you don't have a mailer going out, they're never going to see it. So just be everywhere you can afford to be.
So that is like Darren Hardy's advice too, right? Like decide what you can afford and then start hitting all of the different venues based on what's getting you the best return. So, right, if you're getting a really good return in one area, try something else, but don't continue spending money in an area that isn't getting you the money. So the tracking is super important. For people to know like where to spend their money, right?
Right. Yeah. So we use call tracking with our clients. So every advertising platform they have has a unique number to track where that stuff's coming from. So when we analyze the data, we know where the leads are coming from.
All right, so back to my question from before. When people, they know they need to spend money on marketing, right? I see people all the time. They're like, I work with a company right now that is about $2.5 million, and they've really never spent any money on marketing. And they're like, okay, now we need to. We just bought they bought a company, and they're like, we need to spend some money, but they don't really know where to spend money. And so what do they do first? How do they know?
It's not an easy answer because you really have to look at how they're positioned. A lot of these people, when they first started, their business is super old and it ranked and it never not ranked. So do they need SEO? Maybe not. It is possible. If there's not a lot of competition and they're ranked number one in the Google My Business and organically underneath, maybe paid ads is the way we need to go. So it really depends on your market. You look at their website. Is it converting at 20%? If it's not converting at 20%, it's broke. Fix it, right? Maximize the traffic you're already getting before spending money on marketing, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, that's what we teach everybody too. If you're not converting, don't keep pouring more money in because you're paying for somebody else's business. Then somebody else is getting the benefits of that. All right, so I like that. So so that would be the first thing that they would look at is your conversion, right? How are you converting?
Yeah, look at the traffic you're getting, and this is the problem: is they just don't know these numbers. They don't have Google Analytics properly installed. There isn't proper tracking in it. So then they come to me and they don't have those answers. So I have to answer that for them. I go in, I look at the market based on my research and then give them the opinion of what I think that they should do to move forward.
Okay, so another thing, another question that I see people ask all the time is, well, it's working really well for them, but it's not working for me. But it is very different in different areas, right? There's a lot of difference there.
There's a ton of variables. And not only that, sometimes it is working and they don't even know it's working.
Oh,
right?
Okay,
Because they're not paying attention to the monthly reports that are coming out and they're not watching their sales and they think it's not working when it actually is. And it's really internal systems that are broken, right? So that happens probably 20% of the time from the customers that we have an issue with.
Okay.
And
So
do you find that sometimes it kind of ebbs and flows as well? Things that didn't used to work now work, and things that used to work don't work. And I mean, you've got clients all over the country, and that kind of changes as well, doesn't it?
It does. You have seasonal fluctuations, right? Some are more weather dependent than others. There's so many variables. It really goes on a per case basis and what that scenario is. I would say 95% of the customers we choose to work with, because we're picky on who we work with now, end up flourishing, right? There is 5% that don't, though, for many reasons, right? Maybe they're budget conscious and they need somebody who's cheaper, right? Maybe they don't see the value in the leads that we're bringing and they're hands-off business. That true story that happened. 4 months, we ranked them in 4 months. Their phone calls went from 30 to 127. And he said, "I don't believe you." And I'm like, they're all recorded. They're right here. He was hands off, had a full-time job, had a VA running it, wasn't holding the VA accountable. What could you do? Right?
Yeah.
So his sales didn't reflect the leads because his VA wasn't following up and he wasn't holding them accountable. There's nothing I could do for you.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of a something that doesn't change, is that the numbers are the numbers are the numbers, right? So whether or not you're tracking them, whether or not you're looking at them, whether or not you're interpreting them correctly, those things can change. But the numbers are the numbers. If you're getting, this many Google leads, that's how many leads you're getting. Now, there is a difference in leads, though, right? So a Google lead, in my mind, is worth a lot more than a lead that I'm getting from like Yext.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Well, one, you're probably not getting leads from Yext. Yext is a sham, in my opinion, but it's literally just a citation builder. here's one of the problems in the digital marketing space.
Okay.
You have large companies who sell SEO for 300. Then you have companies like me that are 1,500 to $2,000 a month. What's the difference, right? Well, they're connecting you to Yext, marking it up, making 250% profit, and calling it SEO. And in fact, that's not really SEO. Where I have a team of 7 that's all they do is execute for our clients, right? They're building backlinks, they're doing outreach, they're creating content, they're building pages, they're researching, they're watching, right? There's a big difference between the different kind of marketing agencies that are out there. So, and what SEO is.
So if you're a cleaning business, and a lot of our audience is cleaning businesses, how do they know what to look for? How do they know what they want? Do you just look for the most expensive place and go with them? I mean, that doesn't seem smart.
Do your due diligence, and you know that, Liz. You've probably been through a couple yourself, so.
But I'm asking for you to tell the audience, because they don't know. They really don't.
Sure.
I'd rather hear it from you, Ray, than hear it from Liz.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I get you. So it really starts with the conversation. Like, do you know, like, and trust the person that you're talking to? Okay. Do they have case studies in that vertical? This is why I chose to niche down in cleaning. I can talk cleaning. I love cleaning. That's the industry I love. It's the industry I know like the back of my hand, and I can help clients rank like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and because of that, I'm a specialist in the cleaning industry, where you could go to an agency that does plumbers and cleaning people and all kinds of different things. They're missing some of this low-hanging fruit that I have, right? I know every single long tail to rank for, and they rank quick, right? I can get you ranked like right away for certain terms, where other people don't necessarily know that, right? So it really depends. You've got to talk to them. You've got to vet them. The cheapest is definitely not the best.
Okay. So cheapest isn't the best, but the most expensive is obviously not automatically the best either. So what you're saying is it's a conversation. Make sure that you trust the person. Vet them by talking to other people. Who's using them? Who do you know that choose them? What kind of results are they getting? And then cross your fingers. And
yeah, there is a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of scary, because any SEO company that you contact is going to tell you, yeah, you're just going to have to trust us for 90 days. Right?
Right. Or, they're going to tell you your SEO company is doing a horrible job and we can do better.
Right.
A lot of times that's the truth, though, honestly. When I look at a site, I'm like, oh my God, what are they doing to these people? But that's not always the case. I come with the mindset of plentiful, right? So there's enough business in this world for all of us to thrive together. I want to do my job in people liking me and me delivering amazing results for them. That's why I do what I do. And not everybody's positioned the same. Some people just want a business that pays their bills, and they don't really care too much about the customers, and they're heavy on sales and account management, but light on delivering, where I'm kind of heavy on delivering and light on sales, right? I don't need a ton of clients to succeed, and I'm happy where I'm at, even if I never get another client. So I have no pressure to sell.
So the title of our discussion is leveraging the first page of Google for your cleaning business. And I know that because it says it right up here on my screen. Do we? I don't know when this happened, but I noticed this a while ago. Like, Google doesn't even have a first page anymore, does it? Doesn't it just keep scrolling?
Well, so on mobile, yes. It's like the infinite scroll. So just know this. After 10, that's page 2. After
Okay.
10 positions, that's page 2.
I'm looking on my desktop though, and it seems to just keep scrolling too.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it could be on your desktop now.
Yeah, but I guess the bigger point, and I don't want us to wrap this without spending a little bit of time talking about AI. How is that changing digital marketing, and what do we as cleaning business owners need to be aware of and be thinking about in terms
Yeah.
of what the future is going to look like
So,
and need to do to prepare?
in the digital marketing space, there isn't a ton that's going to help you now. 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, oh, absolutely. I'm sure this is going to be a game changer. I mean, I could see it writing programs, Tom. Like, you may not need a developer. You can go to Chat GDP and say, I want a new function that integrates with Dialpad, and there it is. It's kind of scary, actually. We leverage it for topic generation, so it will go out and search certain topics for the cleaning industry, but we still do everything manually in-house. We don't use Chat GDP for it yet. I don't think it's there, and it's still kind of unknown with Google. So it's about 50-50. Some people think Google is completely okay with it, and some people think Google is not. I don't know that answer yet. Even if you test it and see what the results are now, I don't think that's going to give you what Google's long-term thoughts on it are. So
Right.
I'm being very conservative on testing this. Definitely not testing it on client sites. We're building test sites and then seeing how Google is reacting to those. But it will help cut down content syndication and content creation, things like that. But as far as anything else, I don't think in the near future there's really anything other than maybe like chat communication, creating sales bots, things like that. That's probably where the biggest influence that it will have moving forward for the cleaning business owners, because those chat bots, like I've read some studies on them, man, they're like closing 20-30% higher than a normal person. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a large percentage. I
Yeah.
had no clue.
Yeah.
Do you have any firsthand experience with that in terms of like vendors? If anybody wants to explore chatbot, how would they go about doing it?
So I'm literally just dipping my toes in this water right now, and I don't have that answer for you. But there are courses out there that you can buy. I don't know the exact ones at this stage that teach creating sales bots in Chat GDP and things like that. There were companies. I just sent an article to my brother. He owns a flooring store, and we were talking about this. And a company fired 99 of its support agents using Chat GDP. Like,
wow, flooring, and that was a flooring store, you said?
Well, he has a flooring store, but no, this was I don't know if it was a technology company. I'm not sure what the company was, but they were able to literally eliminate their support staff because of it.
Wow. Okay. So Chat's gunning for everybody.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of surreal, right? We're here. We're, all those movies in the 80s that you never thought those things were going to come to fruition. Yeah. Well, we're kind of getting there.
Yeah, here we are. Yep. Well, I know that a lot of people are happy that Chat hasn't figured out how to clean houses yet.
No.
Yeah. Or build houses or mow your lawns. Thank God the service industry is protected for a very long time. We're good.
Hopefully. Unless robots can do your job, you're going to be okay for a while.
Yeah, get a little Jetsons action going on, and next thing you know, you'll have, what is it, was it Robbie the robot? I can't remember. What the robot's name was that the maid was on the Jetsons?
Rosie.
Rosie. Yep.
Good job, Tom. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, we're not quite at the Jetson stage yet, right? But I do remember
Yeah.
when seeing people on the phone was crazy on the Jetsons. Talking to somebody on the phone and seeing them at the same time. I remember
Yeah.
thinking, I would never want that.
Right.
And here we are. All right. So when we're talking about being the first page on Google, right? And so that is an SEO job, right, Ray? That is,
So
if you're not first page.
SEO and paid ads.
Okay, and paid ads. So paid ads, how do they contribute to being, and you're saying that the first page is the first 10, right? The first 10 listings. That's how you're kind of defining the first page now that it scrolls forever.
I'm sorry, you cut out just a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so I was saying that I think your definition of the first page right now is like the first 10 companies that are listed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, it's a little bit different. So the very first section is local service ads.
Yeah.
That is Google's pay per lead, right? So you tell Google.
Uh-oh.
You tell Google, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm out of here.
Gotta take a
gone.
break.
I'm gone. So, Tom, do you know? I don't know how the Google paid ads impacts being on the first page. Do you?
Well, you've got like the Google My Business, the Google Guarantee at the top.
At the
That
very top. Yeah.
puts you at the very top. And sponsored
There we
ads will be the first several ads are typically sponsored, which would be paid ads. Those would be like AdWords type ads.
So,
Yeah,
so
exactly, yeah.
when we're talking about the first page, you're including the paid ads then, because I know a lot of people don't consider them even part of the page just because they think people scroll right past those.
But you see, you look at the data
Yeah.
all the time. That's not true, is it, Ray?
Percentage will click. So a small
What?
percentage of the people that are there will click on the paid ads.
Okay. But the bulk will. Gosh.
Can you guys see me okay?
Yeah, you're there now. But the good news for the AdWords, if they don't click, you don't pay.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah. So that's what they consider impressions, right? So it shows how many your impressions are always way, way, way larger than the clicks because your ad shows on the page, but nobody did anything. So they did a study a few years ago that say 20% of all searches will click the paid ads. 80% go to organic.
All right, so that's what I had heard too. 20% on paid, 80% on organic. So a lot of people don't worry about being in the paid ads as long as they are on that first page, which sounds like it's now 10 businesses.
Yeah.
But I don't
the map
know.
pack, which is 3, and then the 10 below that. Yeah.
And this is another piece that a lot of people get confused about. The map pack is different for different keywords, right? Mm-hmm. So the map pack is different for cleaning company in Baltimore versus maid service in Baltimore, or right? So that's another thing that confuses a lot of people.
It's tricky too. Basically, what I have found out is if you go after the 3 core terms, which is maid service, house cleaning, and cleaning service, and you pound away on those, you'll end up ranking for the rest.
Okay.
So Google's smart enough to know that those words are similar to other words, right?
Okay. So you're looking for, it sounds like maid service, what did you say? Maid service, cleaning service, and house cleaning?
Yep.
Yeah.
House cleaning. All right, y'all. So you heard that. For those of you that are doing maid company or cleaning company, if that's where you're putting all your efforts, it sounds like change your efforts a little bit and those will automatically rank. Right? Put your focus on the top 3 things. Okay. And is that pretty consistent across all the different locations, right?
It is, yeah. So sometimes weird things happen. There are anomalies where like you can't get it to rank for like maybe Maid Service near me, right? Where you would have to then specifically target a campaign for that term and then try to get that to rank too. But sometimes they flow naturally and just automatically happen.
And as there's no rhyme or reason to that, like are big cities more inclined to not have that happen than small, or no?
No, it's like as smart as you think Google is, sometimes they're not that smart.
What?
Only knowing this from a technical SEO standpoint, right? There's things that we look at every day and you're like, that just does not make sense. Why is that happening? Right? They're building an algorithm to deliver results based on search terms. And they're really just developers in the back end building this code that takes whatever you put in the search term, looks at your location, maybe even your demographic, right? Depending on how much data they have on you to show you those results.
Okay. So, every time I start talking about this, I start out feeling like I know exactly what to do. It seems pretty easy. And then you talk about it a little bit more, and then it's like, oh, man, take my money. Here's my wallet.
So, my takeaway from that is it's important to understand a little bit about what it's about for sure. But for most of us, we're better off bringing in somebody who lives in this world to manage our digital marketing, and we should focus our energies on actually building, running our cleaning business. Ray, that's what you do, right?
That's exactly what I do. And I have a theory about this, and it's called when in doubt, hire it out. So this is at any stage in your business, whether it's something that's going on in your back end, when you're in doubt, hire it out, right? Find Liz, hire her to come fix this for you. Those pains that are sitting there on that shelf that you're not addressing are costing you money.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your business, Ray. What services do you offer, and how does if someone's looking for digital marketing help or just want to learn more about it, what's the best way to go about that?
So we have a great blog on the website, but you can literally click the Start Here button. That goes to our strategy session page where you fill out the information, and then you'll be in contact with myself. We'll review your business information, go over your market like Liz and I were talking about earlier, and then decide what plan would be a good fit for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my office. So that's where I have good internet.
I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden you're a lot better than you were.
Yeah.
Right now, it's much better. Yeah.
Thank you, AT&T gods.
So it looks like you have Arksy on your site, and I see clearly we can see that you're cleaning related, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Cleaning business. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They have a new logo now, ISSA Residential.
Oh, need to update that.
Yeah.
But I think everybody still remembers the Arksy.
Yeah, there's still Arksy. I say it all the time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I try really hard not to, and it sneaks out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is cool. I think that we've given people all more information than they probably want, because this stuff is just so, I hate to say it, I know it's your business, I know you love it, it's your passion, but man, it's dry, Ray. This stuff is dry.
It's kind of like some people don't want to run a cleaning business, and some people want to own an agency. So it's just like kind of pick your poison, I'm the technical mind. And it just, that's the way it works for me.
Yeah, you got to find people that like to do what it is that they're doing. The people that I know that work with you absolutely swear by you and your service. And I'm the one that, gosh, I don't know if I better not mention any names, but you can mention names.
No, I like to keep my clients,
Yeah.
information out of there. If you don't like me, and if you don't like the services that I offer, you don't have to buy from me.
You sound like a cleaning business owner right there, Ray.
I know, right? I was for many years.
That might be why. Oh, I
Yeah.
did have one more. I did have one more question. So we were talking about. So you manage all of the stuff, like you do AdWords, you do SEO. What if somebody just needs to get Google guaranteed? Do you do that, or is that something they should do themselves, or how does that work?
I mean, I do have an SOP that I could give out for people like that just want to do some kind of one task or just start up like the local service ads. That's usually in the startup companies, right? Where you're just kind of getting your feet wet in the business. Perfect solution, by the way, for that. Like perfect. So yeah, if you opt into my emails on the site or download our marketing guide, then you'll get all those tips and tricks coming your way.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. And where is that on this site?
If you scroll down a little bit, it's about halfway through there.
Okay. Get started here? No?
Keep going. No, keep going.
I know that guy.
Right. Yeah, he's a tough cookie, but I love him. Right up, you just passed it. Just up a little bit more. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you're staying on top of your competition. All right, so fill this out and get a cheat sheet. It sounds like, and it sounds like they'll get put into your nurture sequence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have a 52-week drip campaign that's hopefully full of great information for you guys.
Nice. I love it. That is one thing that I think chat has been really good about is who doesn't have a nurture sequence now, right? It's easy to get those two things to send out there. All right. Okay. I love this. I feel like we've given people some stuff. If you aren't working with a legitimate company and you're struggling and you don't understand why you're not getting sales or you're not getting leads, then here you go, y'all. Right? Stop. At some point in time, you just have to stop doing the same old thing. Start. Yeah. What's the saying?
Definitely help you through that.
What's the saying again, Ray?
When in doubt, hire it out.
Yeah, there you go. When in doubt, hire it out. I'm writing it down.
So it's if you want to talk to Ray and get more information, it's getcleaningclicks.com. It is in the chat. And again, for anyone who would like to come to Charleston in August, it's a beautiful time here in August.
If you like heat.
Well, we're inside. They call it air conditioning. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And you do have good air conditioning at Castle Keeper, so I got to give you that.
Yeah. So I'll actually drop the link to the registration page for all the cool stuff that's happening in August. With that, I think that we are at the top of the hour.
Awesome.
We are.
Ray, thank you so much. This was cool. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate it. Love you guys, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for taking time out from your event. I really appreciate that. Yep. I know you paid money to go there, so I appreciate it.
Right.
So,
all right. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk soon.
See you next Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Talk soon, Don.